What's up guys, welcome back to the channel. It's your boy Moto Dude, and in today's video we are basically going to talk about a highly requested topic, the Honda Grom, the 125cc Honda Grom, or even there's Kawasaki Z125. Should you actually start to learn wheelies on them like the way everybody recommends you to do? I personally believe, in my honest opinion, that everybody is different. There isn't a one size fits all bike that does everything for everybody. And for example, I learned to ride on my first bike, which was a Kawasaki KLX 250. It was a dual sports, and it had that versatility where you could ride it on the road and also ride it off road. So it was a win-win situation for me. I used that bike for so long, and I really went through the dunes and the mountains and everything with it, on road trips, everything. I really rode the bike everywhere. I took it everywhere and every place I could find. Like, I could literally go back in the day. It was a fun bike, honestly. And it got to a point where all of that started getting boring. And now I was like, what's the new thing? What's the next new thing? And then that's how I figured out I could actually use the same bike to learn wheelies. Usually you would think a bike like that is underpowered, but it wasn't. All I needed to do was just a sprocket change on the back wheel. And then that was it. That bike was clutching up in first gear. I'd shift to second, and then that was how I started learning to do wheelies and in general. And those skills eventually transferred onto the bigger bikes. I'll come back to that. The Honda Grom is something that you can definitely learn on, and it's very popular for that. It's a very small bike, very nimble bike. Almost anybody can actually get on that bike and ride it and really feel in control because it's not so heavy. There are things that you would want to look out for because Groms in general are very good for shorter people. I have seen that they are very, very good for shorter people. They have a very low seat height and they do not have so much weight to move around. If you're on the shorter side of the population, you're 4 feet, 5 feet, 5'8", 5'7", 5'6", 5'5". The Honda Grom is amazing. You'd love that bike, especially for wheelies. The problem comes when bigger guys, bigger than me actually, 5'9", 5'10", 5'11", 6', 6'2", and they come asking me, can I actually learn to ride on a Grom? I'm like, yes, you can, but it will be much harder because of your body structure. This is something that a lot of people don't actually speak about. They don't actually talk about on the medias, and you don't see it so often. People buy Honda Groms, and they're bigger guys, they're heavier guys. The Honda Grom feels underpowered, and they feel like they're not really making so much progress. It's so much harder to really because of your weight, especially if you're a noob and you don't know that you're supposed to put your weight on the back seat and like really yank it. You will be find yourself in a loophole where it's like you're just trying to learn, really trying to learn, and it's getting progressively harder and harder. Granted, yes, it's supposed to get harder, but as muscle memory kicks in, it gets easier. You get me? So it's one of those things I feel like Groms are better suited for shorter people than the taller guys and the bigger guys and the heavier guys. If you're a lady, you want to learn how to do wheelies, go straight to the Grom. Like, don't look left, don't look right, go straight to the Grom. But the bigger guys can definitely find the Honda Grom to be a little bit underpowered, in a sense that if they are learning to do wheelies and they don't really have so much of a guidance or a mentor to show them that do this, don't do this, do that, don't do that, it becomes a very tough journey. Some might even give up. They feel like the bike is just too small and doesn't have power. Then you see the bike just sitting in their garages. On to the next point actually. The Honda Grom has gained so much popularity because it's a really good bike that anybody can actually learn to do wheelies on. But everybody hypes the bike so much now that even Honda themselves have upped the prices of these bikes. They are so overhyped and overpriced for the actual value of the bike that you get that it's just ridiculous now at this point. People are lowering their Honda Groms, people are stretching their Honda Groms, and it's a whole community. Yes, we love the community of bikers, but the prices of these bikes are going high. You guys have to remember that at the end of the day, this is a 125cc. It can only get you so far. You can't really enjoy or have a good time commuting on the highway with this bike. It's one of those things that you have to always bear in mind. There are ways to go about it. I've seen people who have actually put the bigger engines into the Honda Grom frame, and yes, it's reasonable. It looks good for the general everyday user. It's quite overpriced. There are lots of good bikes that you can actually get in that range of money that you pay for the Honda Grom. After saying all of this, what would I personally recommend? For me, since I started on the door sport, I can't recommend anything else more than that. And I'm not so much of a big guy, but I'm right there in the middle. And the bike I got on was a little big for me. It was a little heavy for me. I remember my first few weeks of riding the bike, bro, it was hell moving it in and out of the house. But as time progressed, I also got stronger. I got comfortable with the bike, and now just like recently, the last time I moved the bike, it was very very comfortable. I was like, it feels like riding a 125 to me. That was a couple of years, but that is just giving you guys a brief summary between those two bikes. I would 100% honestly recommend a dirt bike if you want to learn wheelies and you want to learn it perfectly and you want to transfer those skills onto different bikes. Like if you're getting a hyper naked, or you're getting a street bike, or you're getting um what even cruisers that wheelies, you can transfer those skills from the dirt bikes onto these bigger street bikes, and absolutely you would be so amazed how technique transfers effortlessly. Like effortlessly, you'll be like, wow, okay, this is the same thing, it just feels a little different, the sitting position is different. And a dirt bike teaches you so many things that you'd be able to transfer onto the bigger bikes. Being able to wheelie off-road is so different from being able to wheelie on the road, where you have traction, you have grip, basically. You have to learn how to manage all of the throttle, the clutch, when you're on main road, you're on asphalt, because the tires behave differently on different surfaces. So it's one of those things you would eventually get to know if you started on a dirt bike. It teaches you so much precision. That is one thing that dirt bikes always teaches you. You can't go and ride a dirt bike without being precise and not knowing or having so much knowledge about whatever it is that you're doing. And one thing that people don't really talk about, because of how light the dirt bikes are, the 250s, the 300s, the 450s, you get comfortable doing tricks on the dirt bike faster. So you are a bigger guy, you're 5'9", 5'10", and you can do basic clutch ups, and the bike feels okay. You hold it at balance points, it's all good. That eventually starts to get boring. Then you be like, okay, what's next? Then you start seeing people doing knee knockers, and you start doing staggered wheelies. You can try it on the dirt bike. Maybe granted, dirt bikes don't have passenger foot fix, but you can do knee knockers, you can do side steps. Basically, you learn all of that on the dirt bike, and you don't feel like you're going a million miles an hour and you would hurt yourself. You are basically in control basically the whole time, because it's a raw machine, you and the road. You eventually learn not to do certain things and to do certain things that would help hold the wheelie stable, and it teaches you balance. You get comfortable on the dirt bikes, and once you transfer those skills onto the bigger bikes, it's just effortless. Like you just find yourself doing the thing, switching out. Like mid wheelies, you're in the seating position, you switch out to the stagger, then you switch out to the knee knocker, then you switch back down to the seating position, and it's just like effortless. Like you can it's just effortless. You don't even think about it. Basically, that is one thing that you learn once you start doing wheelies on a dirt bike rather than something like a Grom. If you're a smaller person, honestly, go get the Grom. You're mid-size to small. You're 5'5", 5'8". Yeah, I would say 5'9" is like the limit. Yeah, anything more than that, you're basically too big for that bike. You'll be, even tell if you do not really know what you're doing, you don't have somebody around. Honestly, get the Grom if you're a smaller person. If you're a bigger person, you can look into the dirt bikes like I recommended. A smaller dirt bike, a 150, a 200, a 250, or 300. Kawasaki brings out the new KLX 300 Supermoto. Something like that would be absolutely amazing for a bigger dude, or a KTM 390 Duke SM. These bikes are amazing for bigger guys, and you can learn to do wheelies on them. They are not too heavy for you to feel like you're moving around so much weight, or you don't really necessarily have to be going 50 miles an hour to be able to clutch these bikes out. Those are some of the things that I feel people need to really pay attention to, because everybody and every individual is different. Everybody talks about getting a Grom, getting a Grom, getting a Grom. Each of us are actually different people with different body masses, different weights, different height. Lastly, I need to let you guys know that we are launching the Patreon. If you feel like, yes, you want to get in contact with me and definitely ask about certain things concerning motorcycles off of YouTube, 100% I would recommend joining the Patreon. It's a community full of bikers, experienced bikers, younger bikers. We can all learn from each other, and absolutely it's free. So you guys, come on, just click the link down in the description and then go join the Patreon. We can have discussions on there. Discussions, if you guys need to reach out to me concerning specific things, I'll be on there for you guys. So I will definitely put the link in the description, and then I hope you guys have a good one. I will catch you guys in the next one. Make sure you guys ride safe, stay safe, and hit the subscribe button. Catch you guys in the next one. Okay, peace out.